What's going on, guys? It's David coming back with another review from D-Max Reviews. I'm going to try to find a better channel name, I promise. But yeah, just wanted to come up with a review for this. I've posted several times in landscaping groups and stuff like that, talking about these Sync wireless headsets, and feel like it was time to make a video because these are the headsets that really kind of changed my business and how I'm able to get stuff done through my day and still talk to people. Believe it or not, the mic on this thing is so good at canceling noise that I can run chainsaws, backpack leaf blow, the Echo 9010, the biggest blower that they make. I can run it with these headsets on and still talk to somebody on the phone without too much issue. Whether I'm doing zero turn work or tractors. I will say being in a cab tractor with a diesel engine, that's where I have a little bit of difficulty because the frequency of a diesel motor's a lot lower. I've noticed, so it kind of conflicts a little bit, makes it a little bit more difficult for me to hear somebody. But as far as them hearing me, there's not too much issue. But really, guys, like out in your typical mowing day, or let's say you're a carpenter or in specialized trades, like you really cannot beat these headsets. And yeah, like the clarity that you get while talking on the phone alone to me makes them worth it. But even above that, like the sound quality, like it's certainly not going to be like superior sound quality, but honestly, like listening to music like for hours and hours in a day, like it's actually pretty decent. Like for what they are able to do in this small amount of space, it's actually pretty good. I will say that I do run ATV goggles as part of my kind of lawn mowing setup, and that does two things. For one, obviously protects my eyes really well. I've had several eye injuries from doing landscaping, and look, guys, just don't even mess with your eyes. Like, get some good eyewear. You only get two eyes. Take care of them. And so that's the primary reason. But then secondary reason is it's got that little elastic band that goes around and helps hug these against my ears better to give me a better seal. So just keep that in mind. If it is a little noisy for you, maybe look at what you can do to kind of get a little band going around to help them hug against your ears more. But really, even without it, like I use these plenty of times just for whether it be like just shop work or leaf blowing or things that I don't really need eye protection for. And I'm telling you, hands down, these things are great. I've had, yeah, you can see my little labels. So this one's my most recent one that I've had. I put these on here, so this is kind of silly, but date and service. So when I bought these and started using them, I put dates on them so I could track to see how much life I was getting out of these headsets. Because I've been through, oh gosh, I've been through the 3M, like those yellow, like first gen Bluetooth ones. I went from that to the 3M Work Tunes Tech Bluetooth, like the gray ones. Then I went to IsoTunes, went to the IsoTunes 2.0. I think the IsoTunes, I have them somewhere. The Lynx, that's what it was. The IsoTune Lynx, and their headset. And I'm telling you, out of everything I have tried, I have not found anything that comes close to at least what I'm looking for in a pair of headsets. This right here is, I don't know, like half the weight of most of the headsets I've tried. It feels a lot lighter. It's a lot more simple. You can notice, or you can see that there's not a whole lot of stuff going on you know, in the center. Like your wires are tucked away pretty nice. These are really well insulated wires. I've never had an issue with them wearing out or, you know, breaking. That was something that I was running into with some of the 3Ms. I don't like talking bad about, you know, products, but just being honest. That was something I ran into. As far as durability, I toss these around. I throw them in the truck. I throw them on the ground. Not intentionally, of course, but just stuff happens. And I can tell you, as much as I'm sure you can break these, I wouldn't necessarily be scared to use them. Because I mean, I certainly haven't been. And I think my first pair I got like 3 years ago. And yeah, I think the only things that are missing on it are the little like foam sock here for the mic and the knob on the volume control. That's it. That's the only damage it's had. It still works perfectly just like it did day one. Those are really the only wear points that I've noticed on them. Other than that, I like the headband. It's like a comfort gel kind of material. One thing I was kind of running into with the 3M tech, like the Bluetooth, the gray ones, it seemed to like kind of dig into my head. I don't know if I'm the only one that was experiencing that, but especially on hot summer days, it felt like there was some rod burning on top of my head. I don't have that problem with these, so I'm thinking it was something with the headband and the design. The other thing too is syncing. I just hold down the power button and it's already connected. It quickly pairs to my phone. Yeah, like, and it's very, like you saw, it's just very easy on and off, very simple. When you're wearing it, you don't have a dial that you have to tune stuff to. It's very simple. You got your power button, your play, pause, pick up the phone, you know, hang up the phone button up here. Then you got your back and forward buttons or whatever for skipping songs, going back on songs, that sort of thing. And then down here you got your volume. That's it. That is all. And you know, the mic swings up out of the way, so you can run with it up if you're not talking on the phone. When you need to talk on the phone, pull it down. It's posable, or whatever the term is. Yeah, really not enough good things I can say about this. The ear pads, I mean, I wouldn't say they're like I wouldn't say that they're like memory foam, like comfort gel, but they're very comfortable. Like, I haven't had any dry rot on me. They've held up. And yeah, the nice thing about these too, the sound quality is really nice, especially for what it is. And then it's charged off of the same charger as all my other devices. So my flashlights, my headlamps, really anything that I'm using for my work runs off of a micro USB. And so that way I have one charger for everything. I have like a little like, you know, splitter that has like 3 micro USB ports. And at the end of the night, I just plug everything into the different charger cables on that one branch, and it's all charged up and ready in the morning. It does have a line in if you want it. I've never actually used that, so I don't know how well that works, to be honest. But I will say battery life on this is phenomenal. I think I can fully charge this in about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes or so. But runtime on their website, they say it's rated for 16 or more hours. I would say after you're using it a lot, cycling the battery a few times, all that stuff, real world, I think I'm getting about 12 to 13 hours. which is still really good if you think about it, especially if you're not using it 24/7 in your day. Like if you're not, waking up in the morning, turning these bad boys on, leaving them on till you're done at work, which is pretty much, honestly, it's pretty much what I do. And it holds up, and I don't have charge issues. But yeah, if you're not doing that, if you're, specialized trades, running a saw here and there, popping them on and off, like you're going to get days off of this. For me, I'm not going back to any other headset. And it's also why I've bought 5 pairs of these, just because I love them so much. So just wanted to share that with you guys. One drawback, of course, is they are headsets. I know that some people may be a little hesitant with that. For me, I was certainly hoping to go with the in-ears, just because of that factor. Here in the East Coast, we get a lot of humid summers, and it is pretty hot. We've had like 120-degree days, and I know some of you guys, down south and all the other places, you're going to say, oh my goodness, you don't know what heat is. And yeah, you're right. But for most of us, we're not dealing with such extreme heat that it would be a big issue. And really, you get used to it. At first, it was pretty awkward and kind of odd, but after a while, you get used to it, especially when you're able to listen to podcasts clearly throughout your day without having, all that excess noise bleeding in. That was the thing I really didn't like about the in-ears, is it's hard to get a good seal on them. And if you're, I just got to make a note to you guys using the Apple AirPods or whatever they're called. I mean, I'm sure you guys got some technology and stuff that helps you find them when you drop them, but I would just, for me, I'm kind of like, no thanks, just because, once you're blowing leaves and, you're walking around and one drops out into a leaf pile, well, there you go. You're out. Whereas with this, I mean, I'm deep into bushes, shrub trimming around a lot of branches, crawling around underneath, shrubbery to lay mulch, and these stay on my head all the time. I think I maybe have had them pulled off from like a branch or something, maybe like once or twice, if that. Like, these stay on. And that was my big thing with, the in-ear style, is they're constantly being pulled out. I mean, you could even like just breathe the wrong way and it seems like they're falling out. So really, really like the headsets. Like I said, it takes a little getting used to, but once you get used to them, I'm almost guaranteeing that most of you guys, this is going to be the way that you want to go. So yep, just putting this up here. I may do another video that's a little bit more refined and less long, but yeah, that's the Honeywell Sync wireless headsets.